to support the current Medicare negotiations to reduce prescription drugs?
Well, the question is about Medicare negotiations to reduce prescription drugs. What I would tell you is two things. On the broader issue, we'll make it clear that when it comes to Social Security and Medicare, that we're going to keep our promises to seniors. Okay? In fact, I want to make it clear, anybody over the age of 40, we're not going to change the program at all. But where I'm different from a number of people in this race, including my former running mate and some others who say that the issue of the national debt is somebody else's problem, some other president's problem, I want to have a conversation with younger Americans, okay, about how we can reform these programs to preserve them for seniors and near seniors today, but preserve them for them in the future by taking this like New Deal program of Social Security and giving people a better deal, right? And so we can talk about that a whole lot. With regard to Medicare prescription drugs, I will tell you that I never want anybody to ever be choosing between food and rent and medicine. I never want that to happen in this country. And I've held that position for a very long time. My concern about what the Biden administration wants to do with Medicare, with regard to the 10 medications that were announced in the last week, is when you introduce price controls into any economic environment, you invariably create scarcity, and you invariably will dry up the kind of resources for research and development that are going to create the new medicines, and also make it possible for seniors at the point of the need to have the discounts that are available in a certain measure today for people that struggle with the cost of prescription drugs. So I want to be very careful about anything that looks like price controls. We tried that, remember, on gasoline. You're not old enough to remember, but I am, back in the 70s. We tried price controls before. Next thing you know, you got long lines at the gas stations, right? And scarcity happens. So what I want to do is encourage investment in new medicines. I want to make sure that we're encouraging pharmaceutical companies to provide the kind of discounts for people at the point of the need, that Medicare acknowledges that on a means test basis for individuals. But I want to avoid the kind of top-down socialist approach that says we'll solve this problem by imposing from government, a one-size-fits-all set of price controls that I think ultimately I think it'll suppress the kind of research and development that's created, the kind of life-saving drugs that our families experience and depend on today. It's a great question, though. What a great group of questions. Jack.
I've got a couple of questions for you.
Just